Ladies and gentlemen, day one of the Kansas City Chiefs OTA period. Well, essentially day three, but the first day open to the media is in the books, and we're going to talk about everything you need to know, including Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Royals, everything. We got you guys covered, and we're going to break down all the news, notes, highlights, observations from today. However, before we dive into the video, I do need to ask a favor, and I want to start this video the way I always do and give credit where credit is due. And that is with all of the Kansas City Chiefs media members out there who work hard each and every single day to get these highlights out for us and allow us to use it to talk about what's happening in practice. So go give them a follow on X or Twitter because, again, without them, these videos just quite frankly are not possible to make. So do me a favor, go follow them. And with that being said, let's dive into day one of practice. And early on in this little video, you can see Jalen Royals working on punt return here with some guys. Jalen Royals could be a really good return man for this football team in year one, and I would not be surprised at all. Now, moving on to the rest of the wide receivers, it seemed like Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice were not at today's OTA practice, at least weren't on the field practicing with the rest of the wide receivers. Now, you could put that up for speculation, but I would assume that Rashee Rice is just not ready for on-the-field activity just yet in a team setting, so he's probably working out by himself. We know how eager he is to get on the football field. I wouldn't look at it like, oh, he's just doing nothing. He's probably out there on his own time, working out, trying to get back healthy. As for Hollywood Brown, I'm not too sure why he's not here, but again, this is just voluntary. You don't need to be here, and because they're probably implementing a very similar system, most of these guys don't really need to come in and participate. But anyone that's new, for example, Josh Simmons or Jalen Royals or Jalen Moore or Gardner Minshew or Bailey Zappi, those guys need to be here. They need to learn the system. So yes, it's voluntary. Some guys, it's sort of mandatory for them. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown not being here. They will be here. You also have Brownlee as well. This is a guy I am very high on, okay? Former New York Jet. I think this guy could make the roster, okay? Keep this guy's name in mind as we continue throughout all of OTAs and mandatory minicamp. Now, Xavier was a massive talking point last offseason. Had a good year, and he looks to build on that going into this season. Right now, it looks like Xavier is your 1. It looks like Juju Smith is your 2. And from there, it goes to Nico. Sky Moore is your number 4. Obviously, with Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown, it would be a lot different. But in terms of the guys who are here, that's kind of what the rotation looks like at first sight, at first glance. Here comes Jalen Royals going through a little bit of a drill. Now, they're probably running this at maybe 50% speed, maybe even slower than that. Doesn't seem like they're really trying to break in and out of their routes, at least at this point of practice, but we might see them pick it up over the next few clips, or maybe not. We'll see what happens. But right here, just going through a little bit of drills, right? Don't mind it at all. Sky Moore does look a little bit bigger, maybe added a little bit to his frame this offseason. There's number 2. Is number 2, who is number 2? Someone comment down below. Who's wearing that number 2 this year? Did someone switch their number and I just don't know about it? Oh, Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton. So he's a former New England Patriot. He's a early round draft pick. A lot of speed, a lot of height. They can find a way to get to that untapped potential. He could be a good player. All right, we got some more footage here looking at Gardner Minshew, former LA or Las Vegas Raider quarterback, also played a little bit in Indianapolis and Jacksonville as well. Get a little bit of a taste of Patrick Mahomes out here with some other guys. Now, sadly, they aren't able to record too much of these practices. It's really just individual drills, some team activities, but when it comes to 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, they try to stay away from showing too much of that film. So unfortunately, this video is not going to be super long, and it's not going to have a ton of film and highlights and stuff like that. But what it does have is just kind of a sneak peek of what next week is going to be like. We're going to get a little bit more, maybe some 7-on-7s, maybe some 11-on-11 next week, and then from there, mandatory minicamp will start as well. We're seeing some D-line going through some drills, including Omar Norman Lott. He should be in there. There's Christian Fulton. And some of the DBs probably going through some tackling drills here. One thing that's very important, guys, is being able to tackle, right? You need your DBs that can come up, disengage from a block from a wide receiver, and go make a tackle. So that is another thing that they really want to focus on going into the season. So we're going to see a lot more of that. A lot more of Jalen Watson, Christian Fulton, Trent McDuffie, who's going to be the starting 3 corners, who's going to be the starting 2 on the boundary. Is it going to be Fulton? Is it going to be Watson? Is it going to be Nazeed Johnson, who they like from 2022's draft? Noah Williams, who they drafted in the 3rd round. He's more of an outside guy, so maybe he comes in and competes right away. You still have Joshua Williams, who was a 4th round pick. You bring over Eric Scott last season from Dallas, and Darius Rush. So they have a bunch of guys here they really do like. Right now you see Jared Wiley on the screen. And here's some more wide receivers as we finish off this video. I do apologize, don't have too much here to talk about. Xavier Worthy, nice little toe drag there for a catch here. Sky Moore, it doesn't look like he gets his feet in. I don't know if Sky Moore is going to end up making this football team, man. They have a lot of guys that like Nico Remigio. You also have, like we said before, Juju, Tyquan Thorne could make the team. Justin Ross, Jason Brownlee is a guy I really like. And then from there, you bring back Rashee Rice. He'll be back this year. Hollywood Brown will be here. Jalen Royals. They have so many guys. So Sky Moore is going to have to do a lot. And do we see Xavier Worthy? This dude's footwork is insane. He's so quick. Look at him. Look at the footwork. Right? He starts to heat up. I know he messes up, but heats up there late. Dude's got some really good route running capabilities. Definitely excited about Xavier Worthy in year 2. Think he could have a really big year, stretching that field along with Hollywood Brown, and then Rashee Rice kind of being that safety net alongside Travis Kelce for Patrick Mahomes. They add Rashad Smith in the 7th round, sign Elijah Mitchell with Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Running back room looks good. Everything looks good right now here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Definitely look like they're going to be able to compete again this year and maybe make it to the big dance once again. So there's that. Dude, I'm really liking this dude Xavier Worthy, so cannot wait to get back out there for training camp. Now, unfortunately, guys, they weren't able to record too much of practice today, but going into next week, they should be able to break down a lot more. And if I see any more highlights and news and notes, I will keep you guys updated. But do me a big favor really quickly, hit the like button if you want more of these videos throughout the entirety of this year's offseason when it comes to OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything. We got you guys covered. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. It is free, doesn't cost anything, like I said, and we got you guys covered. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some names that you think could potentially break out this season here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me 2 names on each side of the football that you think could really make a big impact, whether it's a Josh Simmons or it's a Kingsley at left guard, or maybe it's Jalen Moore, maybe it's Jalen Royals. Let me know what you guys think overall. Defensively, you got a couple of guys, Omar Norman Lott coming out of Tennessee. I like him. You got Noah Williams, cornerback. Christian Fulton could be a day 1 starter. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Peace.